Welcome to the Blue Green Ocean Road podcast. Morning, Mike. How you been, man?
Hey, man, how's it going?
I am good. I've been getting really good at that AI.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh, you seen that? Yeah.
There's some good stuff you've been sharing.
It's just a matter of how you ask. Hey, Judge.
Here, hippie.
Captain Morgan here.
Wow, you're letting your gray freak flag fly.
Good morning, mateys. In the deck here, amidst the sea of green.
Green.
Kind of the fox on the horizon.
Get him with the slingshot?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, I did.
Nice.
Wrist rocket.
Oh, so you got real,
Man.
you got beat?
I tried using, it's very difficult to get
All right. Hey, Mike.
Just
Hey, Mike.
Boys.
Hey, Dave, turn everybody up and turn you down.
I can't turn you up. I did turn me down this time. I have. All right, I'm just gonna look right now. I put my mic. My mic's at 25, so I want to go down to. I don't know what I'll go down to.
Hey, we beat the Yankees yesterday. Yeah.
You played?
No, we.
We.
You know, the big we.
The big we. The wee. It's wee.
The royal we.
Yeah.
Royal we.
All right. 14 this week, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if I ain't as annoying as I usually am. Okay.
3-2.
3-2. So that's a total of 5 events in a matter of what? 3 hours?
Last place. As long as we beat the Yankees.
Yeah, that's what I always say. Words I live by. The Yankees win. You can't. I'm inconsolable.
Man, you got to channel your aggression somewhere, you know.
Yeah, you do. On meaningless shit that doesn't matter.
Right. Otherwise, you take it out in weird places like at Walmart and stuff.
You know, we won the Super Bowl. Yeah, how much money did you get?
No, I paid.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. How much money you out? You know. Well.
Go to the game, Mike?
What's that?
Did you go to the game?
Oh God, no.
Oh God, no. What do you think I am?
All the way down to Boston.
Crazy?
The bleachers next to some fat fuck eating fucking hot dogs and spilling his beer on me. Fuck that.
American? Come on, you gotta go to Fenway.
Come on.
Totally American. I'm watching from my couch, motherfucker.
That's it. I'm watching from my couch.
Oh, real Americans.
Real Americans.
The real. Yeah.
Swilling beer and eating hot dogs, are you?
Yep.
Chip? What's your favorite snack while you're watching the game? Cheetos?
Yeah, it used to be.
Don't tell me it's kale chips. I'll fucking unplug right now.
Kale chips.
You don't eat kale chips while watching a baseball game.
No, that's not right.
Roasted chickpeas.
Fuck off.
Hey, that's your Italian grandmother used to make.
Don't talk about my Italian grandma, man.
What?
Leave my grandmother out of this.
I've seen her.
Hey, stop it now. That's not
I
good.
got the recipe.
Talking about what you see about my grandma.
She gave me the recipe.
She ate hot dogs when she watched baseball.
Yikes. Hot dogs, grandmas, no.
She drank beer, too.
How much does it cost to see a ball game these days? Like go to Fenway to see the Sox.
I haven't been since 2018, but it's costly. It's just to get the cheap seats. You know, if you work hard at it, you could probably get one for about $30, something like that.
30. That's too
Yeah, if you
low.
worked hard at it. If you worked on it, you know.
What do you mean hard? I mean,
much work.
what exactly do you have to do to get a $30 seat?
A lot of these.
Hey, in Pawtucket, you could get your family of 4 for $25, and everybody got a hot dog and a drink.
Yeah, and your children would be bored to tears, and it'd have been a horrible
You
afternoon.
know how much? You know how much some of those? You know how much some of those superstars make?
Yeah, I do.
They
Well,
sign
good. I mean, they're
contracts.
getting money. You know how much the owners make?
They sign contracts for $300 million, like 9-year contracts. $300 million.
Good job. I stand in the sun all day and readjust my junk in front of national.
Yes.
You gotta have
Audience.
audience patting you on the butt all the time.
Great.
But that's a bonus. That's no extra charge.
Bonus. It's a bonus.
That's one of the perks.
Yeah, it's perk. We can continue this inside the locker room.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's the locker room. You know,
I'm not even high yet.
that room.
Something like that.
I'm getting high now. That's it. This week's episode has been brought to you by EpiPens.
Hey,
EpiPens.
Wait a minute. One at a time. What did you say, Mikey?
I said they count on fat ass slobs like me to sit there and pay.
Not like you, man.
I fucking hate it.
You're playing a role now. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
There you go.
Why don't you just start liking a good team?
You know how it
Why don't
works.
you become a Yankees fan?
Yeah,
You know how much.
Follow a winning team, Mike.
they got it easy.
Who won the Super Bowl last year?
Fuck knows.
I don't know. I don't watch football anymore.
No, I mean the baseball Super Bowl.
Baseball Super Bowl. That's the title. I got the title already of this one. Baseball Super Bowl.
The baseball Super Bowl.
There's no way we're gonna do anything. We ain't gonna do any better than that.
Who won last year, Mike? You
The
watched?
World Series.
Yeah, that.
World Series. Yeah.
Who won it?
You need a re-education, boy.
But who won?
It's going to send you back to Rooster Boy. New York City won. You just want to
Baseball fan, you don't even know who won the World Series.
Only son. I don't know who won. I don't remember. It wasn't the Red Sox.
That's a good one. That's good.
Nope. Peace. Hold on.
Camel's hump.
That's where I had my Bigfoot experience.
You had a Bigfoot? Yeah?
Yeah.
I think they're gonna.
Minor one. It was a minor one, but I think he was there. And then when I looked it up, I looked up Camel's Hump, Bigfoot. This was all over the internet.
Oh. Careful how you Google that.
I got Camel's Hump, Vermont.
I got a completely different
It auto-completed toes.
computer.
And that wasn't good because my wife was there. Camel toe. Oh
Camel
no!
humps.
Camel hump. Camel hump.
Put camel toes.
Yeah.
What's the latest UFO news everybody's talking?
Oh, they're rolling out some shit this week, pal. I mean, we got 12 bodies. We got some wrecked crew. We got some broke. Yeah, they're bringing them out.
Same old horse shit.
Nah,
Same old horse shit.
nah, this is gonna be real this time.
They
Man.
got nothing. They got nothing.
They
had nothing for 50 years.
They've got.
Old shit.
Oh, the things they got, Mike. Oh,
What are they alleging? What are they saying?
alleging nothing. This is.
Alleging the same shit.
No, it's hard facts.
Been hiding you.
Hard facts. We have
They
hard
got
facts.
Material. They've got bodies. It's the same old shit. Fuck these guys.
What are they saying, Dave? I
I
missed
think
it.
one just went by. Mike, you just missed that one.
You should have got a picture. Mike wouldn't believe you. He's known you for 40-something years, right? But without a picture, fuck you.
He's a tool of the government and industry.
They're in your yard. They come out. They're like on your way to your barn at night, you know, to go carve something. They're right there looking at you.
I wish they would do
Nah,
that.
you don't wish that. You don't wish
Yes,
that.
I do.
Fuck, I don't.
I wouldn't have to work. They could carve all the shit they want.
They ain't gonna carve shit, man.
I'll pay him. Fuck.
Yeah, what, buddy?
So what's the news? I kind of missed it.
They
I
want
thought it
cow
was
anuses, apparently.
I think, what are the amnesty for whistleblowers, and
Yeah,
more people are coming
Oh, yeah.
forward because Congress offers amnesty to whistleblowers. So they have some pretty interesting people coming forward.
Yeah.
Maybe some of them are full of shit.
Yeah,
but
crazy people like colonels in the Air Force and
That's
stuff
especially
like
if
that.
they go into that much effort. and
This much
whatnot,
evidence.
You know, and,
Zero.
it's
Were there a lot of people that
countless.
worked with a lot of people that worked at Lazar?
Nah, this is a new group of like officers and in the military and shit. Pretty heavy. It's hard to. This one ain't got no holes. Mike would never look at it, but
I'd look at it. If they got any evidence, I'll look at it.
I'll send it to you.
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's
It's nothing. I haven't even sent it to you yet, man. You've already.
Countless eyewitness, evidence, countless video evidence, countless
Countless
physical
eye-
evidence,
There's
countless
no video evidence. There's
but
zero
I
video
don't-
evidence.
none that you'll accept, I guess, is what
I
you're
guess,
saying.
yeah.
No, it's going to be great. Mike will even have to say, "All right," because it's the garage. They're going to roll up the door and they're going, "This is what we got. This is the crash
There
shit.
it is, right there.
Huh.
Mike, come over and touch it.
Touch it.
Ah,
Get in.
no.
Take a spin. So you can start this up? Oh, yeah. We fly all over the desert in this fucking thing. It's great.
I want to believe. I wanted to see aliens my whole life, but I just haven't seen any credible evidence or any credible stories about it at all. None.
Well, there's a new one, Mike. There's a new one. No
Yeah,
shit.
I read it. I read the same news thing.
Which one?
You sent it out, for fuck's sake.
How many? I didn't send it. This was like
Yeah.
2 days ago or something.
Yeah, it was 2 days ago.
Wasn't there?
But I didn't send nothing.
Wasn't there something that happened in Las Vegas recently?
I'm not 100% even on this one.
Yeah, the one in Las Vegas.
Oh, where they were walking around? There's that one where
Nattering naysayers.
Yeah, we're on the phone with the cops. We're on the phone. There's a group of us. We're looking at them in the yard. Not one picture. Nobody thought to take a picture. How?
Mike, you ever take a picture at night?
Oh, come on.
I mean, I do it a lot. I do. I mean, like, I've tried astrophotography. I've tried, like, the
They
moon
didn't
and all
even
that stuff.
have any dark pictures that, we tried to take a picture. They
No.
had nothing. All
No.
they had was the cops seeing a meteorite going by that was green. I've seen them, too.
Yeah.
It had copper in it. That's why it's green when it burns up.
That's actually not the one I'm talking about. That's, like, this side one that popped up alongside
I
it.
know the one you're talking about, too. There's a
Which
big
one's that?
whistleblower, and he's
Blowers.
he's a real credible guy, but, again,
Plural.
offering no evidence for his claims. Not one shred of
Offering
evidence.
his evidence.
Give me some evidence.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that too, buddy.
He did. He just testified.
Yeah, he testified. Like, I've heard a lot of people testify. I saw that big UFO meeting where everybody was testifying. That Stephen Greer and all them
Oh,
guys.
that's old. That's a long time ago now.
It
But
was
those guys
As
weren't
usual.
really heavy hitters. They were just like, oh, well, pilot. The guy can fly a plane, so what? These
This is why I watch sports, so I don't,
no UFOs. You can prove the sport is there.
So I don't get all aggressive in the first thing.
Oh, no, yeah, right. Yeah, sports fans don't get aggressive. That's the last thing my sports team, I'm just going to be mellow. It's okay they lost. It's fine. I'm so zen about it, man.
We'll get them next time.
That's right.
Mikey's gonna tear up his town next time the Red Sox lose. He's gonna go out there and tip over cars and burn shit.
Yeah, my co-op celebration. Let's try to imagine that. I'm going to trim my bonsai plant. That's what I'll do.
I've been watching this Long Island audit guy, right?
A what? Long Island what?
It's called the Long Island Audit.
Audit?
Audit.
Ooh.
Guy.
Oh, yeah, well, they deserve an audit, that fucking Long Island, man.
No. It's not that. He goes into
That's bad.
government buildings with a camera.
Oh, yeah? Does he?
People freak.
Yeah, bet.
Every
This is
Yes.
the camera's all over the place, right? All over the place.
Yes.
yes.
He's holding a camera and people freak out. And it happens. It's the
Because
same
he's a
thing.
private citizen.
Because they can see it.
And if the government can't control the video, then the government doesn't want it.
Right.
If they want to be able to plausibly deny anything misbehavior they do. They don't want public recognition.
He goes all over.
Those are good videos. Thanks for turning
He
it.
goes all over the country, man. He goes all over the country and does that. Every state and does that, and he gets the same reaction, right?
Right. So now
he's trying to educate people, right?
Well, there's quite a few of the people that do that, and they do that in front of police officers, and they get beaten down, and it's always the end of the video clip of them getting beaten down by the police for their public right to videotape in public spaces.
Right. And he's got a real methodical way to do it, though. You know, he goes into these public buildings. People always tell him to, because there's policy, right? He always has to explain, the Constitution trumps that policy, Oh, no, but see, it's right there. It's right there on the wall. No videotaping. He goes, well, I have the right to videotape. And it always escalates.
Right.
It always escalates.
I don't want anybody videotaping me.
If you're in a public,
work and started taping me, I'd punch him in the face.
Yeah, but
in a public space,
Mike, you're not running in my town.
A public servant in a public space has no such guarantee.
That's right. Never will.
Right.
There's no assumption of privacy in a public space. You got to hide. It's up to you to hide your personal thing.
It's the people's building.
On your private property, you can you can exercise that.
Do you want? Yeah, that's America.
Prerogative, but not in a public space with public employees. No.
So it always starts with these guards, right? These guys sometimes they go hands-on with the guy.
Yeah.
Now that's not
yes.
policy, right?
Get out.
Not going hands-on with anybody.
It's not their fault. They're just told to do it.
They're told to do it. Yeah, they're pawns, right? Yeah.
Get the guy who told him to do that. That's the guy you want.
Exactly.
Dave, if someone goes and videotapes you gonna put your hands on them?
I'm very careful with that. That's happened to me.
What do you do?
Everybody wants to. Oh, have I been viral? No. Well, because I don't act like a dick. I've been able to diffuse it that way.
You're not working in government buildings, though, right?
No, the worst I've ever worked in was bank buildings, like One Citizen Plaza and shit. Those are hairy. I fucking hate those. I hate banks too. I'm not a big fan.
He works for someone who controls the government. He works for the insurance industry.
Yeah. Well, that's private. That's a different story.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you just do what you do. With nobody, the guy always gets it. Even if he gets shot dead, it's just a god died. There's never like anything else. Or he did something stupid. Usually, it's he did something stupid. One guy launched himself into his car, but he hit the top of his roof. He knocked himself out. So he was out of the picture. That's like his big move. It's like, well, it's worse like Bruce Willis film. Forget it. They're dropping like flies. Hey, you can't park here. Watch them go down. Yeah. My favorite is when the god is running away from something in the basement. Like, what was that one? Like Altered States. Remember Altered States? Remember that movie?
Yeah.
And it begins, he turns into like an isolation chamber. He turns into that ape man and starts running around in the basement. There's a god down there. There's a picture. There's like a little window, one of them cellar doors, just that little picture. And you see the god running down the hall, and he gets up to that little square window with his hand, and then it slowly slides down like this. That communion scene, George. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like this. And those two scenes will keep me in the building, man. I ain't going to check the perimeter now. I ain't going out there. No way. We got this nice...
It's funny though, like the people like Mike was saying, I don't want to be filmed, They'll come up in front of the camera and say, I don't want to be filmed. And the guy's like, you're putting yourself in the film. Huh. This is a story about your building. You're putting yourself in the film by doing this.
I ham it up.
Don't film me.
Well, being in a public space too, we don't have that kind of right not to be filmed in public space. And nor the police have no right to tell you can't videotape them.
Right, exactly.
But doing their job either, because they're public servants performing public tasks.
Exactly. And they're confused too a lot of times, right?
They're just doing what they're told.
Because they've been told not to let that happen.
They're just told not to do that.
The last guy who knows what the law is.
Right.
Yeah.
But he swore an oath to the Constitution. you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if cops do. Cops do that?
Even aware of how.
I don't think cops do that.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Why? I mean, they're not defending the Constitution in
They're
Gloucester.
defending the laws. They're law enforcement.
No, I didn't know they just took the oath. I
So
didn't
you
know.
ask the police officer, are you defending my rights or violating my rights? Are you here to defend my rights or to violate my rights?
I keep my head down, man. Just keep your head down. None of this is worth your
Simple
trouble.
way.
That's what they should do.
Because they're there to protect your rights, not violate them.
There's a whole lot of videos. There's a whole lot of guys that harass
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of
harass
guys.
the cops, but they argue with the
There's a lot
cops.
of guys. There's a lot
And
of
they're
guys.
well within their rights. I
Okay.
mean, they're perfectly within their rights.
There's a lot of guys that just go out there to harass cops. This
Yeah.
guy's mission is to educate people on their right to free press. You know,
I love that.
He doesn't ever like instigate anything. People always come up to him, right? And start shit, right? He's just trying to peacefully film, He walks around filming public areas, He stays out of the private, no public allowed areas, But it always escalates the same way.
You're right. There are those that really are confrontational. They'll go up and try to
yeah.
instigate some shit while they're filming.
Yep.
Exactly.
I've seen those too.
Like, I'm thinking, like, if you had just been, like, talk to the cop as if he was a human being, you'd be on your way by now. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
But in this guy's video, it's the exact opposite. It's like if you just talk to me like a human being, I'd be done with my filming by now, And the cops are like, out of here, buddy. You can't do this. Yes, I can. This is my right. My right is to film in public places. And they always have to call a supervisor. You have to get a supervisor down there. Supervisor knows the laws. It always goes this way. There were a couple times, though, where they violated his rights, and he takes it to court, and he'll go collect his, settlement, $10,000 settlement, from a town.
Oh, so that's his thing.
Yeah.
He just does this until every once a month he gets once every couple of months he gets a good lawsuit.
Hey, our tax money.
Hey, there are worse ways to make a living.
Yeah, I know. That's great. I think that's awesome.
He tells the people. He said, "You're making a mistake." He tells the cops. He goes, "If you lawfully order me to leave, I will leave. But you're making a mistake because I will do this." And he gives them every chance.
Right, but they have to have a legal basis to.
They do.
Yeah.
So if they break his rights, if they don't allow him in a public space, he takes him to court. He follows through.
Wow.
And every once in a while he'll collect.
So the police guy, he's just fucking, it's his 7th year on the job. He just had his 2nd baby, and here you are, fucking around, And then now I'm on film.
Right there.
Yeah, and I could get fired, and then, my wife wouldn't like that. I'm gonna fucking kill you, man. Fuck. Get out of my fucking building.
Once or twice I saw these ones with a guard. These young guys will come out and manhandle them and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like,
They got the youngins.
Right. And so they're expendable. Oh, that's not our policy. That was his choice.
No, they just don't care. They just been waiting to fucking drag somebody out.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't just have a baby. They got nothing going on.
He's expendable. He's a rookie. The rookie's expendable.
That's why they're there.
Do it. Have him give the beat.
I was just waiting. All I know now is I finally get to kill somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey man, I used to go to the community college where they had the police program there, and I overheard these potential cops talking about what's going to happen if we have to kill someone. One of them's going, "I can't wait." And I'm like thinking, I'm sitting there at the table with my back to them, thinking this guy's going to be cop. He's going to be patrolling in 6 weeks.
He might be.
Like, I can't wait.
There are guys like that. Usually they get rank. You'll be like working with them and shit. Suddenly they get in charge, and then they go full Nazi, and other people don't. But you find out right away when it's funny to watch some of them because it won't last long. You know what I mean? That's like, hey, look what we got here. Okay, we're going to take that stripe back now.
Have you been there lately? CCRI campus in Lincoln. Have you been there lately?
I haven't been there.
Because the cadets are instructed to go up to you, especially if you kind of look like out of the ordinary, and personally get in your space. And they like, how are you, sir? How you been? Like this. What can we do for you today? Let me introduce myself. Almost like being too nice, but kind of invading your space, hoping to get a reaction out of you. You know, and you have to sit there and grin and bear it while you're up there. You know.
Did you get this? Do you hear this
They're
now?
not cops yet, so you can knock them down.
Yes, but they personally practice getting in your space. You know,
Right.
and
they need another lesson.
Way.
It all hinges, it all goes down to if it's a public place or if it's a private place, you know? The rules are completely different.
Oh yeah, like this is in here. I have a combat knife, right? You can film that. You can film my combat knife in my bedroom. Yeah, it's a nice one.
So those are the videos you've been watching, huh?
Yeah, I get stuck on these things, man. They're fascinating.
I got stuck on the video series too. Bushman.
Bushman?
Oh, yeah.
Bushman?
I'm a bushman. I'm a big bushman.
Bushman, he's a guy in Texas, Dave. And he sits in a big pot, and he looks like a potted plant. He's got like
What the fuck?
ivy all over him, right?
Okay.
You walk by him, and he jumps out.
Oh, I see that guy.
Yeah, it's funny as hell.
He's wonderful.
I don't know why, but I can watch that.
I watch that all day.
Yeah, it's funny as hell.
It's an underwear changing moment.
Yeah. When you catch that, you can clearly see the stain.
Oh, this woman goes, I just peed my pants.
Yeah. We can see that.
Television.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I don't know. For some reason, I don't get sick of the prank videos.
Yeah. You see those?
Hey, did you watch that? Was it you? I was telling you about that that movie, Bad Trip.
Yeah, I did. It's great.
Yeah, right.
You're right.
It's a prank movie.
Yeah. I love the beginning, right? I knew it right away. When he's bent over, you clearly see his sack. Like, oh my fucking God. Look at this shit.
You guys saw that?
Oh, is that
They did it
Johnny
at
Knoxville?
Yeah.
The Johnny Knoxville bad grandpa kind of thing.
Bad Trip.
Yeah, those are funny.
The scene in the zoo, though, Dave, was outrageous. Right, with the gorilla?
Yeah, the way people, oh my God, fuck. Just, he goes back for his phone. No.
How
Yeah.
stupid can people be, you know?
Those are funny.
Oh.
It's it's really funny, but, those people, you know? Why didn't
Some
they get
people
that?
never really go far, you know? I mean, they've actually lived in the same neighborhood their whole life. They've never ventured out. They went to the nearby city once, you know?
When you see something that's so unbelievable to look at, like you're reacting, like you're not having a normal reaction. You know, it's not the same as if you thought about it. Geez, what would I do in that situation? When you're in that situation and someone's playing some kind of a really elaborate prank on you, it's just blowing your mind.
Yeah, it was good, Mike. That was a good one. Fucking, yep. Oh, I watched Chris Rock's special this week. Anybody watch that?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
That's fucking great.
That was good. That last bit when he went off on Will Smith was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the best part.
That was really good.
He deserves it.
I liked when we went down the list. Bitch. It got funny. It wasn't funny. Is he going to do this for a long time, right? It was like, wow. And then that very last bitch was the funny one. He knew the exact one to stop on. It was like, fucking A. Beautiful. David Spades is good, too.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
It's good.
Maybe this week.
And Wanda Skykes, hers is great. That's a new one, too, 23. And there's
on Netflix?
Yeah. Oh, Netflix is full of it. I guess because of the pandemic, all they did was write for 3 years in their room. You know what I mean? They're all yeah.
Has Black Mirror started yet?
This month, sometime.
Yeah.
I think the 20th, 23rd, maybe 23rd, something like that. Very close to the end of the month.
There's only a few episodes, like 5 episodes or something.
Jesus, that's enough. That's a lot, actually. That's a 5-hour movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See the Fingerprints of the Gods guys series. Is that any good?
Yeah, I saw that. Graham Hancock.
Graham Hancock.
Yes.
You watch that?
Yes, I did.
Good?
It's decent, yes. It doesn't quite... I mean, knowing the whole body of his work and know the whole expanse of the theory and stuff like this doesn't quite touch on all the things that I'm interested in, but it's decent.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah, definitely worth watching. I know they tried to cancel. They tried to cancel the series. They tried to cancel it. They tried to sue Netflix for trying to present Graham Hancock because he's so controversial to mainstream archaeologists and whatnot. But, they haven't been able to, and I think he's been greenlighted for a second season of that series.
I like the way they lined up the series a long time ago. That's really a thing. And it's like, okay, we can date this observatory because the way it points to Ceres at that time, that's just like they can use the stars to date shit,
right,
like when they built it. And that's undisputable. It's okay, you can say, well, that's not true either. It's all right, whatever. I mean, it's lined up to Ceres then, and now it's lined up to Ceres in periods. So it's a Ceres, I mean, it's whatever. Fucking, that I find interesting.
They don't have to. There's archaeological evidence of civilization that goes back that far. They don't even have to worry about the alignments anymore.
I'm not worried about it. I just find that part interesting. I mean, I pick up a lot of shit that I'm just blown away by.
I mean, it's absolutely astroastronomy is very key to what some of these people were into up until very recently in human history. I mean, this is
well, we can't really see the sky anymore, can we?
Observed and worshipped for so many years.
We can't see it.
I've been watching Chariots of the Gods.
No, really, the old one?
Yeah.
The way back one with the spider on the plane and all that?
Yeah, I saw that when it first came out in the theater.
Oh, that was huge. I had that book.
Like the whammy on my head. I mean, a lot of that shit. I think where Eric von Daniken kind of misses the point is that ancient civilizations were pretty amazing places, and these were pretty amazing people, that developed knowledge over thousands of years. And a lot of people think that they had to attribute it to space aliens because, how could people back then have been so
right? Well, it's the same thing nowadays. They
and
attribute it to white people from Atlantis. It's the same thing. They just attribute it to different source now.
No, Atlantis is what you think of as Atlantis is something else. You think of this in terms of some kind of racial centrist kind of thing, when it actually was a worldwide connection of people that lived from all different races, from all around the world. I mean, these are people from all around the world that were in contact with each other, that mapped the world, that shared information and things like that. It wasn't quite, if you want to go ethnocentric on this thing, it's not going to work because it's not really true.
Most archaeology, that's where it comes from. The idea that
it may have started that way, but very few people worry about that anymore. Only racists worry about that stuff now. They focus.
Right? Yeah.
Well, I mean,
hey, let me tell you about my new theory.
That's the element of it.
Let me tell you about my new theory.
This is how they dismiss. This is how it's dismissed. Oh, so it must be kind of a white centrist thing. So we're going to have to.
Let me tell you about my new theory.
Because
there's no such thing as space. And let me explain why. There's no such thing as space. It's actually a dome, and there's little lights that we're looking at. I know astrophysics. The entire field of astrophysics is
you got to get beyond that, Mike. It's very limiting.
Astrophysics is inspiring against me. Right.
You got to transcend beyond that.
Yes, you must. That's what I'm saying. You got to transcend beyond science. It's all lies. It's all bogus. It's all bullshit. I'm the only one who's right.
Hey, go Red Sox.
I'm the only one who's right. Me.
Red Sox.
I'm going to get TV series and everything.
You should get a radio show.
Man,
hey, wait, you have a podcast.
With my cock, so hang on a second. Man. I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah. Good one. I'll wait for when the ice caps finally melt, finish it off. There'll be a story about the sunken New Yorkers.
Focus.
People from New Yorkers that went under the waters.
Yeah.
Is it Atlantis? That's a story. That's a story that Plato wrote about or some shit. He just wrote it down. That's
it's
that,
based
right?
on,
It's just
the Egyptians' discussion of Zep Tepi, the first people that inhabited Egypt, and this was, I mean, there's like several reasons why some people think it was one location, but all the evidence points to many locations.
It's a disaster.
Like a general description of the people that lived before the last ice age.
Yeah, everybody remembers the day Kennedy got shot, 9/11, and that time a whole city went underwater. Remember that? Everybody's talking about that. I remember where I was that day.
In some instances, yes, when the ice caps melt,
I was making bread.
Most of civilizations was along the coasts, and they were flooded out by the melting of the ice caps.
20,000 years from now, people are going to walk around singing "Hey Jude," and they're not going to know where it came from.
Wow, that's like the Gunslinger. The first book in a Gunslinger. They played "Hey Jude" on the piano in the bar. Nobody. Yeah. Did you read that series, Mike?
Some
of it.
That's cool. I read the whole thing. Mike did too.
Those hairs.
I love that. I love the way there was like little shadows of our world there. It was just broken and just left behind, and some technologies, the batteries were still running like thousands of years later. The thing had like 97% charge still, right? And it still did its thing.
I like how all the worlds are connected by the tower.
Tower, yeah.
All the different Stephen King books, all the different worlds are in it.
On the beam.
Yeah.
Wait, the one after the Wastelands, when they got out, it's the stand. They're walking around in the stand. I'm like, wow, this is fucking.
And then they come into this world and they save Stephen King.
Yeah, that was wild. Yeah. Because when he got hit, the only thing I thought was not poor Stephen King was, shit, he's not going to finish the Dark Tower series. That's it. That's all I cared about, and I felt kind of bad that that's all I cared about. Like I did, of course I could, but he was secondary huge. It was that series got hit by a car, not him. And so he put it in that last book. He said we have to save the king. He said there's old guys out there to save him. And then when they show up on his lawn, he kicks them out. He says, "Get the fuck out of here!" He kicks Ronald off his lawn. Get out of my house!
You ever hear his band? He's in a band with some other authors.
No, I never have.
Yeah, I forget who's in the band. It's like other well-known authors.
They're really loud. They can hear, people in New Hampshire can hear them playing.
I've seen his house. One time when I went to Fred's house, I saw his place. I drove by. Fred drove me by his place, and it's like it is. It's all this wrought iron with bats and things.
Yeah.
Really?
You can Google it. Google his house. There's pictures of him.
I rode by it, so it was pretty cool.
Ooh.
I'm sure he has more than one house.
I would hope.
Yeah, hasn't he stopped giving out Halloween candy at his store because too many crazy people would come by at Halloween for Halloween candy?
That's definitely.
He did that up until recently, right? In Bangor, his place in Bangor.
Bangor, man, there's some backwoods fucks up there.
But I mean, he knows everybody in town.
Country degens, right?
Woo.
Stephen King likes baseball. He's a huge Red Sox fan.
Yeah,
that's right. He's a mad Red Sox fan.
I just read Tom Gordon, that one, the girl who loved Tom Gordon. That's just fucking great. I like that.
Anyone with any intellect likes baseball.
It was so good. Just that kid just being alone, just being screwed in the woods, lost in the woods. And just how innocently you can just get lost. That happens to people.
Take one wrong step, man.
Yeah, you go over to pee, just pee, and they go, whoa, I wasn't. They didn't pay their attention on the way in. Get some of those canyons out west. They left, right. It's a labyrinth. You can get lost in 3 turns, and it's
That's why you got to know how to track. You can just track yourself backwards.
Yeah, that's right. You have to pay attention to what you were doing when you went in. Usually people were going like to take a leak or something. They just weren't. They're not even geared that way. You know what I mean? They're driving from one city to another city, right? And they just got to take a leak, and they go down to this canyon. They and then they look. Sometimes worse, they'll start looking. Oh my God, and then turn around, and it looks exactly the same. They can't. And there's 3 choices, you know.
I was in one patch, and only one patch of woods that I could get lost in. It was down in New Jersey. It was this big flat area, and this farmland had grown in, and it was like, a good 20 by 20 miles of just thick trees, flat, no hills or landmarks.
Time barren.
Drop me off in the middle of that, I would be lost,
Time barrens are like that, they just look the same.
That's what those canyons are. It's the same shit. It's just these red walls, and these choices. Just
if you look down, you can see your tracks, and you can track them backwards. You turn around and track yourself backwards.
Yeah,
unfortunately, that's not the priority of most parents.
Then they stop panicking. Then you panic.
One time, me and Trevor out in the woods.
That's not that easy.
And we heard this screaming out in the woods. So
you can't see your tracks in the desert sometimes.
This woman who had moved in. She had recently moved in. And she was panicked.
Okay.
The kids were out in the woods and they were lost. She was panicked. And we just tracked them. Just followed their footprints. And they went out to the road and they came back up the road and they were home when we got there. And we're like, yeah, we saw you. Track them. To learn how to track, it's important.
Getting lost in the woods can happen to, people even can track, though,
What is this story about a 12-year-old girl?
It is.
She didn't know how to track or nothing. She even picked up her trash because she was being nice, but she should have left it behind, left no trace of herself. All these mistakes that kid was making. I thought, oh, my God. Yeah, and then, of course, there was a thing in the woods, too.
It helps if you constantly check your 6, too. Look around, turn around, see what the path backwards looks like so you can recognize it on the way back.
Yep.
I was so scared when I was a kid. I was so scared of getting lost this one time. We were going for a hike with, I was in kindergarten. And the guy was, instilled the fear of getting lost into us,
It's good.
So I developed this, habit right then and there of just looking at everything around me and recording it as we went. And so it became a habit. And so wherever I go in the woods, I record it all. And I can always find my way out. I didn't have to track myself. I don't get lost. But I think I would get lost in those barrens where there's no landmarks.
There's a real...
I've been on the side of this hill. Especially up in, New Hampshire. You're on one side of a hill for, 20 miles, go up or down. Did I come up or did I go down,
There's a real condition called tree blindness. You ever hear that? There's a condition people have called tree blindness, where, every tree is just a tree. To me, I can look at a tree and say, oh, yeah, that's a maple. I'll remember what that looks like. Or that's the one. Some people, when they see a tree, it's just a tree. They can't distinguish between them.
But it looks differently on each side, too. So if you turn yourself around and look at where you came from, because each face of the tree looks different, you turn around to see what it looks like from the other way. When you're on your way back, it's much more easy to check yourself. It's just another way of checking yourself on the trail.
Yeah, look for shit. Look for stuff. Usually just run across. Oh, this
recognize trees, though.
Best thing is an old car, right? Oh, this old car. I won't forget this. This old rusty car. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, we should have more abandoned cars.
That's right. A lot of times there is. Remember, there used to be always junk.
Recognizable
right? The wagon wheel. Oh, all right. The wagon wheel. Yeah, it's one junk. Junk was good. Yeah. I know junk,
Well, there's hills, there's rocks, there's that big oak tree that we passed. It used to look like it grew in a field.
The dead body.
There's all that stuff to look at, The big pine tree. Look at that big pine tree. It's this huge pine tree. How are you going to miss it, But, Mike, I hadn't thought of that. People don't, they just see trees.
People don't register, especially city people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially city people. They're looking for, a sign.
You guys have listened, Mike, you've seen, the missing 411 accounts. Have you ever listened to some of those mysteries of people getting lost in wilderness areas?
Oh, yeah. There's one that's great. I shouldn't be alive.
Very close.
Every story I've been...
I read some books that had a lot of accounts like that. I used to teach the Boy Scouts survival wilderness survival. I got that the merit badge was on me, and I would teach them like to make a debris hut, but to take their underwear off and put it on a flag, so that if they're sleeping in their debris hut, like you got a flag, like people can see it. Don't go in.
Yeah, so because
Stay
a
there.
debris hut, like a tree,
But you put a
camouflaged
flag
by
up with
nature.
your underwear on it, and someone's walking through the woods and they see the underwear, and that looks unusual.
Turn around and go the other way.
Right.
So, and I always told them, like, as soon as you're lost, you stay put and wait, because someone will find you. Don't walk around, because it's harder to find you. They will find you.
Yes.
And then the other thing I would teach them is that most times when people get lost, it's because they're on vacation. So try not to, like, freak out and worry all the time that you're doing this survival thing. Try to enjoy yourself, because you're on vacation, and you got to stay there, and you got to keep a good attitude and good spirits about you.
Right. Because the most important survival tool is your head. Everything should be centered around you keeping your head.
Right.
Once you've lost your head, that's pretty much it. Whether it needs to be, kept calm and kept distracted, or kept, warm and fed or watered and stuff like this. It's all about, that's the most important survival tool. It's keeping your head.
Kids were always really concerned about trapping and hunting and that kind of thing. And I'd be like, no, you got to get warm. You got 3 hours of exposure will kill you. 3 days without water will kill you. 3 weeks. You can go 3 weeks without food before you have to start worrying about it. So that's the 3 and 3 and 3. 3 hours. You got to get out of the wind. You got to get out of the rain. You got to get yourself warm. You got to insulate. Put leaves in your clothes. Whatever you got to do. That's the first thing. And then try to remember to have a good time while you're there.
You ever watch the Les Stroud one about he gets lost up in Canada?
Yeah.
Quebec. I always heard, stay in one spot. He argues that. He's like, don't stay in one spot.
Well, that's his opinion. But if you have told people what area you're going into, right?
Yeah, I don't remember all the circumstances on his.
He's like it was either a plane crash or a boat crash. Nobody knows where he is in that one. He's in Ontario. Nobody knows where he is, so he can't stay in one spot. Isn't going to help him.
Right.
But these kids, like, I'm telling them, like, before you even go, like, you tell people where you're going, what area you're going to be in, and then if you get lost, you stay put. They're going to look in that area, and they'll find you. It's better to just stay there. Right. If you go wandering off somewhere, you're out of the area. They're going to look for you.
Remember when you're talking about tree blindness? A lot of search and rescue people, they go like trail blindness, whereas some famous examples of people lost, 15, like a famous hiker was lost 15 yards off the trail, and she felt like she had to stay put because they'll come find her. And she even spoke with her husband on the phone, and huge search and rescue effort, could not find her because they assumed that she would be so much further away or off the trail, when in fact she was always 15 yards off the trail, and they assumed that this couldn't have been so simple. So even sometimes the simple things like you might be blind to, as far as
if you had put her underwear on a flag, they might have seen it though. 15 yards in the woods, you might see some underwear, especially if it's sexy underwear.
Yeah, if it was her underwear, I'd fucking check it out, man.
Hey, did you ever try and find a river in the woods? You could hear it, and you try and find it, and it's like, where is this? It's clearly, you start heading for the sound.
Sound, yeah.
It's like
sound travel.
I hear the trail. I can hear people. What the fuck?
Right. Yeah. Right. Well, that's what this woman said. She could hear people, walking, talking, and she would shout to them. And
it's happened to me. It's amazing.
The way the sound carries sometimes.
Yeah.
I've never had trouble finding a river in the woods.
I have, and it's fucked. It's like this. Clearly, it's getting louder. It's doing everything it should be doing, so I should be running across the thing now. And then it just fades. And it's like, it's over there now. Yeah, fuck me. Yeah, it's just the acoustics in that patch, or whatever the fuck. Yeah. I mean, I was young though. It only happened. I was young. I was like, I don't know, maybe 12 with this other 12-year-old, and it was just something we were doing. Yeah, it was just some campground. I don't even know where I was. I was with my parents, and I remember that day. I remember that. It was like the tricks of the sound. Clearly, we're being fucked with here. You know. So I mean, it's happened to me.
But you're right. It's all about keeping your head and not panicking. You know.
Yeah, don't panic.
Yes, everything should be centered around keeping your head, whether it's to calm yourself, to distract yourself, keep yourself warm.
Yep, warm
hydrated.
water, and then.
Yeah, that's.
Then. And then we dance.
Acceptance. Yeah. Cold.
Yeah.
Your
I don't wear underwear.
Wear underwear.
Well, take off. Use your hat.
Use your hat. I don't wear a hat. I go all natural in the woods, man. I was becoming one.
Long periods of time with your just bare ass in the air.
I'm going to go out and fuck the woods.
Stuff with leaves. You've got an overshirt. You can stuff with leaves. You take off your undershirt. Use your cap.
They got leaves. So down there.
You're gonna stay alive. You're gonna stay warm.
Ooh. They get a little shapely.
Surprise, Dave. You're laughing, right?
I am laughing.
In the woods and have them stuff their clothes with leaves, and they're warm.
Yeah.
Laugh, but
I got a new title. Go stuff your clothes with leaves.
Old Ray Connors there. He
Look
used
out.
to tell me when he was like in the boys' prison, they'd put him on the work farm and they'd have to work in the winter up in New Hampshire. And all they had was a sweatshirt. So they were told to stuff their sweatshirt with leaves and old newspapers and stuff.
I can't even think what kind of leaves I'd want. Not oak leaves, right? With all those sticks.
No, anything,
Shit, right?
anything pretty much dry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But, like, everything, like, once you
Not
get a
wet.
clump of it, it's
Not
usually,
wet,
like,
muddy.
wet, right? There's like worms and ants.
what? What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about leaves, man. Talking about leaves in the woods.
Better to be warm and full of crawlies.
Yeah, they give off some heat,
Old
right?
and dead.
Yeah, like snails and such.
Dead.
They're warm-blooded. Wait, none of that shit's warm-blooded. They'll be taking heat. The fucking lizard will be like, look, a warm spot. I'm gonna take this guy's, heat, his crotch heat, and keep it for myself and wiggle around. That was so I used to do up at your house, Mike. My caught was lift rocks, see what's under it. I used to do that with the kids. That was the coolest shit. That's a family tradition up there. Let's go out and see what's under the rocks. Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
Yep.
That's an afternoon. That's an adventure.
Ringneck snakes and shit. Those little ringneck snakes.
Salamanders, ants, all that shit. Yeah, they're like running around where they go with them white eggs. They're like, we caught them during the egg harvest. They're like, we're busted, right? See ant running around with his giant white thing.
Yeah, look under rocks, man.
That's it. I got 3 nephews I've never met. I want to meet at the end of this month.
Nice.
They're all babies. I got some brand new ones over there. Brand new.
Oh, wow.
Right out. Remember Rosaria? Remember that girl Rosaria, my niece Rosaria? She had a baby. She had a baby, and her daughter's 16, and her son, I think, is 12. Is 12.
Time passes.
Yeah, they're at that stage, right? I'm thinking, an infant. No, go back. I mean, surely you've given away your crib, What the fuck? I couldn't do that. No, you stay at. But anyway, so it's going. I don't care. I'm gonna go over there, and Rosario's got a baby. So hey, we got a baby here. We got a couple of them. Start tossing them. Like Baji, her boy. I met him. He was like this big. Her was like this big. I used to toss him. Now he's like, he likes woodworking. He's an Italian, likes woodworking. He doesn't have any tools, though. I want to fucking help him out. He's got like pallets he's taking apart. He's got a hammer. You know what I mean? He's like 12. He's that kid. Yeah, like that. Actually, that's who I ended up hanging out with at one Sunday afternoon at a party. Just started fucking around with his wood. I was saying, oh yeah, this is great.
Wait, you were hanging out at a party and you started fucking around with his wood?
Yeah, that came out wrong.
Are you one of those kind of uncles there, Dave?
No, well, Mike's getting boys to hang their underwear out in the woods on sticks. What the fuck you giving me shit for, man? Christ.
Yeah, that's true.
I hope Mike... Yeah, take your underwear off. Take it off.
Come on now, everybody.
Or you'll die.
Hang it on.
This is survival.
Hang it on my pole.
Your life depends on it.
Hang that up.
Take your fucking shorts off. What was the thing I helped you with, Mike? When they got the gun badge or whatever the fuck? When you were coming down to the club with the boys, when you were Boy Scout master or whatever you were.
Oh, no, that was just Sequoia and Nick getting their hunting licenses.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, hunting license. I thought maybe that might be a badge too. Isn't there a badge? Hunting badge.
It might have been. I don't know.
Yeah, it probably isn't. I didn't got a badge. I didn't got shit. That was just a big waste of time, Boy Scouts, man.
It was, but the troop here in town was really good. They had a lot of good involvement, and those guys really got their merit badges.
Well, back then it was clearly a way to get rid of the fucking kids so we can go out and party. One parent got them.
Yeah. City became the scoutmaster because nobody else wanted to.
Oh, they used to rotate.
And he was a city guy, so he wasn't going out in the woods.
No.
To him, the Boy Scouts was a little paramilitary organization.
Yeah.
He was like making us, teaching us how to salute right and how to march and how to do all this stuff. That's what we did. And I'm like,
I was in your troop. Remember? Me and you, man, we were like little soldiers getting fucked. It's a where's your dues? What the fuck dues? I don't have money. Fuck you, man. That's all they talk. Remember that? That was like this. You got your dues. What the fuck you talking? Where's your nickels? So now I'm buying salutes. Right?
We weren't going to do anything with those dues. We weren't going to go hiking or doing anything cool. We were just going to march around.
No, we had dues, but we went over to the store and got fireworks. Remember?
It wasn't that popular to be in the military anyway.
Remember the fireworks? We could get fireworks at the store. That's why we didn't have dues. And then Randy threw that fucking smoke bomb in the Grange and like okay, well, meeting's over. It was mayhem, right? It was like we were animals. We were running all over the fucking place, and we have access to fucking fireworks and matches.
We wouldn't even go to the meeting. We just go hang out in the rec and smoke cigarettes and smoke pots.
Yep.
And we'd go on our own campouts and we'd tell our parents it was a Boy Scout campout. We just go camping. And then finally they caught up with us. We haven't seen your kid in 6 months. I'm like, wait a minute, he's been going every week.
Yeah, that's your MO. I know you, man. You dragged me into that.
How many chickens did you lose?
I didn't lose any. I actually, he released the chicken before I grabbed him. I was going to grab the fox. Foolish as that would have been, I was within 3 feet of grabbing the chicken. I'm grabbing the fox.
I couldn't get the AI
choking my chicken.
I wanted the AI to have chickens with guns killing fucking foxes, right? It wouldn't do it. All the ones with the guns, whatever, it was a chicken body, but it had a fox head, right? I couldn't get to fucking knock it off. So no, the chickens can't attack foxes. They said, yeah, well, I want them to. Fuck. So,
yes, yes, we don't have floating cities in the sky either. You seem to be pretty good at that, AI, so. Yeah. Show me a fucking chicken killing a fox.
Anyway, I'm working on it. When I get it, I'll post it.
That's why AI is so dangerous, because it can be taught to lie.
It's an idiot. That's why it's dangerous. Do not give it a gun.
Boy, it sounds like a person.
It's dumb. Yeah. No, it isn't. It isn't.
It can be taught to lie, and you want to give it a gun.
Don't give it anything.
In reality, not in AI world. In reality, you didn't get one. You just tackled one. You got a bunch of feathers.
But it's a program that can make choices.
Oh, there's a whole.
It's going to make wrong choices like a motherfucker.
And then I got him.
Oh, nice.
I did. I actually got him with a fucking slingshot. Holy shit.
That's good, because I never could hit anything. I used to smash marbles into the ground,
Next time
at least
I'll
they'd
use this,
spray.
maybe.
I could never hit anything directly, so that's
He'll
what I
be
used to do.
back, man. He'll be back as long as he's.
These are pretty accurate with the round shot, but I try to get P-Stone. The P-Stone flies off in all different directions.
Yeah, I tried that too, like the shotgun type effect, like a bunch of BBs and shit. It's hit or miss because they roll out. I found marbles were the best.
Steel balls are really good.
I like glass marbles. Just smash them onto the ground right in front of them,
Yeah,
and then they break, and it just sprays them with glass.
Really good.
Yeah, big agates. The agates. I was an agate smasher.
Smash your agate.
I used to play with it.
But I don't have any chickens, so I don't mind the fox. He comes in the yard. I feed him rodents.
Being rodents.
Yeah, if that's all he ate.
Yeah, any mice.
That's probably why I don't have
Any mice or anything we catch in the traps, or any squirrels that I see coming out of my barn.
Yeah, mine's been getting cold.
Go on the next day. That fox, like he's got to run. And in the winter, you can see his tracks like every night he goes through. And so I leave the dead things for him there, and the next day they're gone.
Perfect.
And the other night I saw him right here, right outside the window here in the yard, like he owned the place.
Yeah, that's a rare sight. I rarely see them, and I look. I spend a lot of time in the woods looking around. They're a rare one. I had a customer who used to feed them up off of Absalom Hill Road, and it did the same thing every night. It never approached Cavalier. You could just watch it. You see his head come out from behind a tree and then disappear. And then later, this tree, like he'd gone the long way around and shit.
La Renault Subtil.
Time for the outro. This is good. I like the way this does this. It just ends.
Folks.
We just drift away. See you
good
next
day.
week.
Comment if you're watching. Oh, that's right. You can't leave.
A comment. Okay, goodbye.